All right, let's go over oil real quick. I just look at the monthly chart. Looks like we have monthly SMT fill. That's the previous month's created. It didn't reverse, so we have to resweep the low, which created a monthly reversal into expansion candle, which is the second stage SMT as well. Let me drop down to the weekly. Not the best close of all time. That's because we created SMT internal to this range, and it caused a retracement. Where do we cop for retracements? If this SMT is not going to hold, guys, where is that SMT at? It was like somewhere like up in here. Hold on. Where was it? Yeah, I think it was just like, what SMT was it? Oh, okay. It was like this one or something. Something like that. If that SMT is not going to hold, then we can, continue off of this gap, right? So it's like the universal model, guys, or like the universe sequence, my bad, on the monthly chart, right? I mean, you get this monthly SMT, the monthly candle supports expansion. If we're going to continue from it, what is it going to create? Gaps in price, daily gaps. And Friday's close isn't like the best, honestly. It's not the greatest, honestly. Like, let's look here. We just gap up. So when it gaps up and starts expanding, it's like, okay, I mean, probably going to be bullish, right? Ideally, it doesn't do that, so you can actually catch it. And ideally, Friday prints a more established reversal. It just doesn't really do that. Now, do we have S&P this gap? Let's see. Yeah, technically, right. So this asset here is Wednesday's low. Wednesday's low is right there. Wednesday's low is like all the way over here, as you can see. So we took a half that. Yeah, we just gap up, right? If I go to the 4 hour, let's check this out here. So I'm not the biggest fan of SMT fills with new week opening gaps, but that did hold there. Just being real, I'm not the biggest fan of that, but it's because like these assets usually have to fill this gap anyways, so I'm not the biggest fan of that, but looks like I ended up holding. I just, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this dude. Like, look here. This is why I like, look here. So yeah, we have that SMT, but it's like, look at RB over here. It's closing like an indecision candle. Well, these assets are closing more bullish, so I would ideally want it to take that low out, not just this failure swing low, because it's still a failure swing. But it does end up creating like a continuation PSP off of that. It does end up creating that. It's just like kind of mid, honestly. Kind of hard for me to trust. I'm not gonna lie. This looks a little bit better though. Since that's a PSP here, bullish candle. I'm gonna create a two-stage PSP like this. There's a nice signature there. Like, I'll consider it maybe. Okay, nice V shape. I can't cap. That is pretty nice. At 10 o'clock, all assets V shape. So I would maybe consider that, dude. Honestly, this asset's also failing to manipulate this high. So this SMT at the current high day right now. It's right here. You guys see that? There is a failure to manipulate this high because engaged with it, we retrace. So if we're gonna continue through it again, it's like we're gonna hold whatever this gap SMT is. You guys see this? I do really love this signature though. Like, look at this. Again, I didn't really like trusting SMT with new week opening gaps, but this is a really nice signature. Right? We expand into it, we instantly expand away. There's also a string. Wait, no. I thought it was a string PSP. I thought this was a. I thought that was the middle candle, but it's not. But yeah, I just like this like BPR, like expansion on both sides of the range. Gap on the left side, gap on the right side. That's a very good signature. This just looks like consolidation in general. Like, not really a failure to manipulate. If this is a manipulation, guys, you have the C2 candle here. What would C3 need to do? Expand away. It doesn't do that. And then we have the two-stage PSP to continue through it. You have overall objectives here. I don't even know if we get there, honestly. I think you do. But yeah, I mean, that's good, low-key. I kind of like that. Pretty good stuff. So let's see if we form a continuation, like a gap. You do have a gap. Let's see if it gets traded into. No, it doesn't, unfortunately. Yeah, so you would need that gap to be hit there. It does not do it. Let's see. I mean, technically, this is a strength switch right here, boys. So, oh, no, no, no. They're all that's just hit the gap. Never mind. I'm tripping. There's no, never mind. I mean, there's technically a strength PSP right here, dude. So it looks like all that's just hit this gap. You're creating a future gap. That's the issue here. This is strength PSP. Right here, bearish candle. This asset hasn't even hit this internal high or the high that failed to be manipulated. So you could think about it with this strength PSP here. You could think about it, but it's just riskier, right? That's really all I have for oil. I do like this trade, honestly. It's not bad, Loki. It's just it's a little awkward because RB it's like a failure swing, you know? It's kind of like a failure swing, but really nice signatures away from it, to be honest. So on lower time frame, all assets V-shape, and that's probably what I would require, honestly. Like this is when you probably require all assets to V-shape. You don't have to wait for this asset to CSD, for example. Like it's just the expansion away. Look at all assets expanding away, right? I really like how this asset also failed to move this high, right? Yeah, established low of the day, even though it's kind of sus with the new week opening up SMT, but clearly it's showing that price is reversing. That's what you're waiting for the low of day, but also you're waiting for all assets to expand away from this fair swing SMT. So it's kind of like up to you guys if you want to take this trade. I would maybe de-risk or something like that. Let's see the RR here. Like if the RR is worth it, then like sure. Let's see. Whether you get the close or not. So that's 3R. It's like RA, I guess. 3R is like not bad. Maybe just risk a little bit less, but like 1R than 1% or something. But yeah, that's like not bad for sure. That's all I have for oil, guys.